Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Everton 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3 at Goodison Park today. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? That was fun. Absolutely horrible performance from Everton. Certainly once they went behind. The team selection, Mr. Koeman got it very, very wrong. Calvert-Lewin seemed to me to be an obvious starter. He's a focal point, decent in the air. Okay, he's a young lad, but we needed someone who will get in amongst them and win some headers because they've got a big side. And he went with Sandro and Rooney, and it just didn't really work. Klassen was back in there. Sigurdsson, it just didn't really work. I mean, at times in the opening 20 minutes, we played some nice football. We had a lovely little move involving Rooney and Cuca Martina, I think it was, and he put a nice ball in and Sandro slid it just wide, and we had another one where Sandro had the shot blocked, but it was few and far between. We threw a couple of great crosses into the penalty area, but we had no one to get on the end of them. You know, and Spurs at the other end were, you know, dangerous. They're such a good side. Eriksen should have really scored. Pulled one wide, and then he got in front very fortuitously, it has to be said. For all their good play, it was a corner that came out. Harry Kane went out and he crossed it. Anyone tells you any different, they are lying, including Harry Kane himself. He crossed it and it went in. I haven't seen it again, so I don't know whether Pickford could have done any better or whether it was just one of those flukes that the keeper couldn't do anything about. And that gave Tottenham the impetus. Then they were 1-0 up and then they took over the game. It was just rubbish. Everton, but for as bad as Everton were, Spurs were fantastic, and they work so hard as a team. They press you high up. Every one of them works hard, and they're physically all a big side, a big strong side. And he was just too good for us. It was men against boys for a lot of it, particularly when they got ahead. The second goal. People I've been having a discussion on Twitter. Some people don't like the fact that I said Cuca Martina is not very good. Fair play. You're all entitled to your opinion. For me, he's not very good. He's got one job, and that is stop crosses, and he doesn't do it. Ben Davies, the second goal, again, they got too much time. The ball comes in. Williams should do better, but Martinez doesn't have a clues behind him. He's not marking anyone. He doesn't have a clues behind him. And Ben Davies allowed to run in, have a shot. Keeper makes a save, and I think it's Eriksen who smashes it in for 2-0. And that's it. Game over. It was game over. It was going to be difficult when Kane scored, but once Eriksen scored, it was game over. We hadn't put them under any kind of pressure. We go in at half-time, 2-0 down, and you're thinking, okay, he's going to make a couple of changes. You know, by me, where we were sitting, we were saying it's Klassen and Sandro have got to go off because they haven't been in it. They did go off. Tom Davies and Calvert-Lewin came on, and you're thinking, okay, let's try and get a goal. First 5 or 10 minutes, try and put them under a little bit of pressure. Within 45 seconds, 3-0. And again, too much space on the left-hand side. Martina has to go out and stop the cross, and he doesn't. It's knocked in, and just a nice little run across. Harry Kane, bang, 3-0. And, you know, at that stage, you're thinking, this could be 5 or 6. And they had chances. Pickford made some good saves. It could have been more. They just toyed with us. And that's the scary thing, is that we didn't get close to them. And you're looking at that and thinking, we've spent a lot of money this summer and we're still nowhere near them. We are nowhere near them. And we've got good players. We've got good players in. There's no question about it. But until a manager gets a formation that works and a way to play, we're going to struggle. Now, okay, we might beat other sides, you know, your Bournemouths and Burnley and teams like this. We might beat them, we might not. But when you come up against a good side and a good strong side, we're going to struggle, because ultimately, I'm going to lay it at the door. I said, you know, I defended the club strategy about the centre-forward, and I was saying it a couple of weeks ago, we will get one because we know that they're going for one. But we knew Lukaku was going in March, and we've bollocksed it up really, because he wanted Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud wanted Everton, as far as we're aware, and his other half didn't, and that was allowed to drag on. And Ronald Koeman even admitted in his press conference, that he thought he'd get him. And that to me is not acceptable, because that conversation should have been done in July. And if Giroud said she doesn't want to move, no matter what, Everton should have ended their interest in him and gone. They should have had, for now I know Coombs come and said we've had the list, and they did go to, you know, they almost got Babacar and people like that on deadline day. Loan offers for Jimenez, quote, far too much money for Benteke. But if we'd have addressed this in July, because it's obvious the way he wants to play is with a target man, and so to let it pass without getting one, you know, why do you need till the 31st of August? Why wasn't it done by the 10th of August? We had Stoke at home the first game. Why wasn't it done for that game? It's bizarre, and it will bite us on the arse unless he works out a way to play. Now, the way to do that is just play Calvert-Lewin for now. He's the only one who can jump and win it ever, so he has to start. I don't care if he's a kid and he'll be tired. It's September. He can play till Christmas, as far as I'm concerned, and then if he's on his knees, he can come out and we can buy a centre forward, because if we need one to come bouncing through them doors on the 1st or 2nd of January, a big, strong centre forward. That's what we need. That's what he wants. If it's Benteke, go and do the deal in December so that he's ready to come in. Doesn't matter if you pay £10 million more. If that's who he wants. If Giroud isn't getting a kick by December, go to him and say, look, we still want you, but we want an answer now. Are you interested in coming or not? Whoever it may be, get it done, because we can't. It's not going to work the way he wants to play. Quite clearly, is he wants an outball when we're under pressure, and he hasn't got one with Sandro and Rooney. You know, Wayne Rooney's a good player. He was terrible today. He's a good player, but he's not a centre forward who's going to play with his back to goal for 38 games. He's not. You want to drop off and get involved. Sandro may be a good player. He's not shown it yet, but he may be a good player. But he's another one. He's going to play with someone where he can make runs. So we need to change the formation or change the personnel and get them playing a different way. We're too narrow. We were too narrow today. We had 4 at the back. We had 3 narrow midfielders and 3 players who were narrow as well. And it just didn't work against the good side. Maybe we should have gone 3-5-2 with them, with the way they did, and try to match them and stay in the game. I don't know, but they were so far better than us. And it's worrying. It is. You've got to say it's worrying, because we've been spanked the last 2 games by teams above us. And we haven't laid the glove on either of them, and that is a big concern. And that's something he's got to come to terms with and address very, very quickly. And it might be that Sandro and Davy Klaassen are subs until November, when they're used to the Premier League. And he might have to throw players in like Tom Davies, or, you know, players who know the game. Thought Vlasic's done okay when he come on. Little cameo. We've got to address it. Ashley Williams, really poor. Gets Jagielka back in there at the moment. Put Williams on the bench till he gets his head together. Too many errors, and the manager's making them. But anyway, that's my thoughts. It was a very, very, very bad day at the office. And we've got Man United away next week. Woo! Yeah, so there you go. Make sure you check out Ped's Instant Match Reaction. We'll be back with the final word and the rewatch and all of that joyous thing that you do when your team's been spanked on Monday. Look out for the rest of the videos on Toffee TV. I've been Baz. See you soon.